showtime. Woo, woo. Woo, 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 woo. Silent and profiling. Woo, woo, it's live and in color. Woo! Excuse me. All right, move on. Nothing to see here. Please disperse. Nothing to see here. Please.
Welcome to the Mafia Sports Report on the Buffalo Fan Base Network. I'm your host, Tommy, to the highest degree, to the T.O.P. from the 313. And by my side is my main man, my Toucan Sam, the one they call the Apex Man, Mr. Mikey. What's up, Mr. Mikey? And don't say good. I'm doing great, because you know you're not.
I'm not. I was hoping the 24 hours. I am calmer. We'll leave it at that. I'm calmer than I was yesterday, as I just kept dropping F-bombs after watching that shit show of a game.
Judge Junior here telling me about
I don't tend to do that very often, but man, it was bad yesterday. I'm a little better today. Still not happy with the outcome. You know, we had many opportunities to win that game, and we just pissed it away.
Oh, did we ever? 33-30 was the final score, Mikey, in overtime, losing to the Minnesota Vikings at home on actually wasn't even that bad of a weather game. It was exactly what I predicted when we had the show on Friday night. I said it was probably going to be, or actually it was Saturday. It was Saturday show when I filled in. I said it was probably going to be a little bit of snow, a little bit of wind, probably in the 30s. Exactly was that, Mikey. So it really didn't take effect in the game, I don't think, right? Like the balls weren't being overthrown or underthrown. I do want to say this. I was thinking about this today. For as mad as we were and we've been, especially on Josh Allen's performance, I do want to bring up one thing. And it's not really an excuse, Mikey, but it is a fact. Okay? We do have to take in consideration Josh Allen, one, didn't practice all week. I'm just throwing that out there. Two, he is injured. Like he's not 100% on his elbow. I'm not saying that his brain is messed up and the decisions that he made by throwing it, but I will say, let's kind of also realize that he didn't practice all week. And trust me, players need practice. You need reps. And he was a game time decision pretty much. And that might have played a little factor into his bad play. I'm not saying that's a total excuse, but I am saying that we didn't really think about that probably while the game's playing on, why some of the throws are maybe underthrown, you know what I mean? Like, so we have to kind of take that into factor as well. And we also have to take into factor, and these aren't excuses, Mikey, but we do have to take into consideration that Jordan Poyer being gone is a huge loss for this team. And Micah Hyde and Tremaine Edmonds going out in that game, it did change a lot of that defensive plays, especially in that second half. You saw them starting to run a little better on us. You saw the middle get open a little bit. The tight ends were getting a little bit more open. It was just, there was a lot that worked in the Vikings' favor in this game, but it's still no excuse. We had the game won. And we've been just shooting ourselves in the foot, honestly, Mikey. Like, these are stupid mistakes. Stupid mistakes. And even if we won yesterday, I would still be on here with you, and you would still be here talking, and we would still be saying something's not right. We are not playing right. Like, we would not be comfortable today as Bills fans, even with the win, even if we won. And that's concerning. But I will say this, it's very odd that we are a bad team after the bye week for the first, 5-6 games. It's so weird, Mikey. Can you pinpoint why this is? Is it a coaching thing? Like, is this on McDermott? Because
I don't know.
2 seasons in a row where we struggled out of the bye.
I don't know.
What's
I think part of it's coaching. I don't know about the bye thing. The whole bye thing's just weird. It's a weird thing. And it's happened since he's got here too. We've always come out slow. However, let's go back to Josh not practicing. The first 2 drives down in the red zone, we run the ball.
Mm-hmm.
We score touchdowns.
Mm-hmm.
We get 5 plays inside the 10. After that 2 turnovers came off of. We ran the ball a total of 1 time.
Right. Yeah. That's on coaching. 100%. But I do got to also say McDermott is the head coach. And I want to ask you too, do you think him being a defensive coach
hurts us? Absolutely.
Hurts us because of things like this.
And here's my problem. I love Sean McDermott.
He would have a say, right?
I love Sean McDermott. Let me start with that. He's done wonderful things here in Buffalo.
Absolutely.
His defense is a bend but don't break style of defense. Very, very much a bend but don't break style of defense, which has gotten us in trouble against super good offenses.
Mm-hmm.
Because they just, once we get a lead, we had a 17-point lead in the third quarter. They played soft coverage and let them go up and down the field on us. Except we didn't stop them to kick field goals. They scored touchdowns.
Right.
Yeah. He's not an attacking style defense or coach. Mm-hmm. He's not an offensive guy, which can help get a struggling offense back into rhythm. So yes, I think that there are some downfalls to having a defensive coach, and especially one that's not an attacking style defensive coach. He's fundamental player, do your job, bend but don't break, give up field goals. You can give up yards, don't give up points type of coach. That doesn't always work.
Yeah. A mystery coming in, call it Tommy. Coaching your team has an amazing talent at quarterback. Amazing. Yeah. Listen.
Yeah.
So here's the deal.
Sometimes between his ears isn't amazing.
Yeah. Sometimes. Yeah. And he, Josh.
I don't
goes
know
back
what
to
he
that.
sees, but
I don't.
Wow.
Well, as of late, I don't know, because I was just complimenting him.
Yeah. 3 weeks ago. 3 weeks ago.
6 weeks, saying how much he's gotten so much better, with his decision making.
The sugar high Josh has gone away.
Right, that's gone, and he's making such right decisions. He's not. He's going. He's passing. He's taking.
Well,
the defense.
With
the give zone,
those
right?
dump offs.
Right.
Then what happened? I'll tell you what happened. We ran into Pittsburgh and we were bombs away over and over and over. And since that game, he doesn't take those short ones anymore. He's trying to fit deep.
Yeah. I you got a good point. You definitely got a good point there. It's just, I said it last season when we ended the season. I asked you about McDermott, about, this will be, I think, what is he in year 6 now? Okay. When is enough, right? Like, how many seasons
just signed a brand new extension.
No, I know but that doesn't mean nothing. I see there's coaches that get hired and fired in 6 games.
We're 6-3.
No, I'm not questioning you.
Yeah. No, I'm just saying he's not going anywhere.
Yeah. I am asking about how long would it take, or when would you think Brandon Beane would say he's not doing it? It's 7 seasons now. It's 8 seasons now. 9 seasons. You get what I'm saying? Do you understand where I'm coming from?
No, I get it.
Like, when does
it's coming down to coaching?
Right.
Like that Kansas City game. By the way, Mystery is a Chiefs fan who comes in.
Oh, okay. He's a cool guy, man. He's man, awesome. Appreciate you coming in, bud.
Yeah,
man. And he loves our channel.
Having an Andy Reid, if we had Andy Reid, I'd feel way more confident.
100%.
Andy Reid is a offensive genius who could call up plays and get can work around a bad defense.
100%. 100%.
And I absolutely love McDermott and the culture that he's brought here, and him and Beane work so well together. My concern is Dorsey is a first-time offensive coordinator who's now starting to struggle At what point is he going to finally pivot? Because he hasn't the last 3 games. At some point, he has to pivot, right? You would think.
You would think. But I will say this. We got to kind of take a step back on Dorsey, because we were saying the same thing about Daboll since the day he left. Okay, Daboll had the same mistakes, right? We were screaming, run the ball, do this, do that. Daboll did listen, and Daboll was a vet. Yeah. So I don't want to hear that's where it kind of and listen, I get, hey, you're a Dorsey guy. You always been a Dorsey. You're sticking up for him, but that's not what I'm saying. That's not really the case. The truth is the truth. Listen, since McDermott's been hired, since Allen's been in quarterback, all this has gone down. We have been a bad offensive line team, a bad running team. We have yet to fix that. That has nothing to do with Ken Dorsey.
Nope.
Nothing. Zero.
Well, the run game kind of does.
No, I'm just saying the bad offensive line. He needs an offensive line.
He didn't pick the players.
Right. He didn't pick the linemen. Right. You kind of you work with what you got. Right. And then we were saying through all Daboll's time here, you got to run the ball. Why aren't you doing this? It's a bad weather game. Could it be these offensive coordinators? And for as good as Daboll was, because he was good, look what he's doing in New York. Maybe just sees
and they're running the ball in New York. Imagine that.
Yeah, but maybe he saw what we had, the personnel, and maybe they get caught up and go, man, and they just get kind of caught up in a shell, and they're like, hey, I don't want to go back to that again. I'm just saying it's very possible because it's odd that it happened now. Now Dorsey and Daboll are 2 different people.
Yeah,
Dorsey could do his own game plan. It has nothing to do with Daboll. So why is Dorsey all of a sudden like now he comes here and he's going to do the same exact thing as Daboll, not run the ball? Like, I don't believe that.
Daboll is running the ball in
but
New York.
It's a different team.
Yeah. I'm just
you can't. I'm just I gotta.
I can understand your point there. However, our first 2 drives ended in touchdowns because we ran the ball inside the red zone. So if we were getting stuffed, I could get on board with that yesterday. But we were running the ball well yesterday.
No, listen, real quick, mystery.
Yeah.
So I give my dog McDonald's every Sunday breakfast. Nothing like major. I give her a sausage McMuffin, and I don't give her the bread, just the sausage part. So I don't overdo it on McDonald's. My dog's not obese, but yeah, she loves her McDonald's on Sundays, bro. But back to what we were saying. What were you saying? I'm sorry, Mike.
I'm saying I can appreciate your thought process on that. But yesterday, the first 2 drives.
Oh, okay, they're running. Yes.
So, then in the second half, he goes away from it, even when we're succeeding in the first half.
I agree. So
it just disappears.
Let me go back to that again. Same thing with Daboll. We had games where Singletary will come out.
Well, there's games that
I'm
Daboll
just saying, like
it's 1 carry in the first half.
No, I know, but there was games too where we had a running game going and we kind of just dumped it away. I totally agree with you, and here's my stance on the running game and how I see it. And I've been saying it. It's not. Listen, I just don't get why they're not doing it. Like I am all for pass first team. That's what
70,
we are.
30.
I'm all good with that. I'm all good with it.
We're like 93-7.
Right. And not only that, I really want to know the percentage when you get into the fourth quarter. Probably 99-1. I mean, I don't know. You know what I mean? So you can't have that type of difference in passing to running. Like you have to, especially late in games, Mikey, where defenses are tired. You kind of want to start. That's when you start to run a little bit more. When defenses are on their heels. Like, why wouldn't he not call a running play there at any point in the red zone at the end of the game there? No, I don't understand it. Like, okay, release, try, like, not even an attempt. So it's frustrating. It really is. But that's also, you got to go back on McDermott because he is a head coach. Yeah. And McDermott could talk to Dorsey and say, hey, man,
run the damn ball.
Right. Like we got to.
When we have a 17-point lead in the second half, how about we try running a little bit?
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, listen.
Tony is one of those weird players. He has so much talent, but his ego overshadows his talent. And it did in Florida. It did in New Jersey for the Jets. Hopefully, being around Mahomes and Kelsey will bring that ego down a little bit, and you can see some of that talent come out, because the dude is super talented. He really is. He just has to get out of his own way.
Before we continue on this, I do want to go over some scores, because we didn't really go over the scores.
Yeah.
Right now, by the way, I know you guys are on here watching us, but the Eagles are leading the Washington Commanders 14-10, I believe, in the second quarter.
Oh,
so
God.
it's a close game right now, but Philly usually kind of turns it up in the second half, unlike the Buffalo Bills.
A mystery comes in and says, if you haven't talked about the refs, they were abysmal. Oh my God, the refs were
we'll talk about it. We'll talk. Believe me, I've heard it all
and it went both
Vikings
ways.
fans.
It was bad all the way around.
I've heard it all day. And I'm gonna get to that because stupid, in my opinion. Anyways, let me get to the scoreboards real quick, because we didn't really get to that yesterday. Carolina beat Atlanta. That was Thursday Night Football, 25-15. I'm not really. I think they were both. That's not really a shocker. I think that could have went either way. Minnesota beating Buffalo, we know that. Tampa Bay beating Seattle, and I believe in Germany, 21-16. I picked Tampa on that one. I thought Tampa would win. Detroit beating Chicago. That was a surprise, but Detroit has some offense. The Chicago Bears, they slipped up 31-30. Titans beat Denver 17-10. Denver has a good defense, man, but their offense, PU, stinks. Kansas City beating Jacksonville 27-17. They took care of business. The Dolphins took care of business, unlike us, 39-17 over the Browns. The Giants beat Houston 24-16. Steelers beat New Orleans Saints 20-10. The Colts beat the Raiders. How bad are the Raiders, bro? I mean, you got a guy coming in from ESPN beating you. That's such a kick in the face, man. Like, in your hometown, at your home stadium. Shame on that, bro. That coach, I know.
Jonathan Taylor showed up.
Yikes! I know. I know the Raiders coach is new, just got hired, but the GM and owner have to be thinking, what do we do? I mean, as of right now, but they got him. Green Bay 31-28 over Dallas. That's a surprise, and they were. I'm very surprised. Arizona beating the Rams. The Rams are not. Listen, I think the Rams last year, Mikey, they pulled all the stops for the one.
Oh yeah, they sold everything for the Super Bowl. And they
got it, but they don't got it now. They're gonna have to regroup. San Francisco,
and now Chargers. Cooper Kupp's hurt. Their one offensive playmaker.
Yeah, their season's done. So that's the wrap up for the NFL. So there were some upsets. Green Bay beating Dallas.
How about the Green Bay over Dallas? That was a big one.
That was a bit. That's I don't know if the Lions over Chicago is such a big thing.
No.
Chicago has been playing better.
But, they have been playing better. But you know what? The Lions are just getting healthy. They had a lot of injuries on their offensive side of the ball, and they're explosive offensively.
100%. They're getting guys back. It's just their defense is putrid. It's terrible. It's nothing to write home about.
Yeah.
Speaking of defense, let's get back to.
Yeah. Before we dive into that, Daniel Garris comes in and says the Bills haven't scored a second half touchdown since the KC game.
I know.
Dorsey can't make effective adjustments like Daboll could. Did Daboll really make effective adjustments?
Justin, he's still my go-to. Buddy.
By the fourth quarter, he was able to make it. And Justin says, Allen's still my go. You know what? I will always ride with that kid. Yeah. And he's 26 now. He's still a kid, especially for us old guys, And I'm still happy he's my quarterback.
Oh, 100%. He was still making.
He drives me crazy.
Yeah, 100%. He was making some amazing. Listen.
Yeah.
I was screaming at times. I was screaming at times, in that game yesterday, screaming mad and screaming happy.
Yeah.
But there was plays I was like, man, only Josh Allen can do. You know what I mean? dragging defensive linemen, right? Like that are just holding on to this guy's jersey. Like, you know what it reminded me of? Like, what's the coach for the Chiefs that we were just talking about?
Andy Reid.
Andy Reid, when he was a young kid, it's like a giant, and they're just holding him while he's running down the field, and like Pee-wee football or something. Like that's kind of how I felt. These guys are huge. I
watched that game last night, the Niner game last night, and I'll tell you, after watching Josh play, it's a really, like, a lot of teams play really boring brand of football.
Oh, yeah.
I'll tell you one thing, it's exciting. Even when Josh throws a pick, I mean, it goes down. It's an exciting brand of football.
Hey, listen, all of our games this season, they've either been blowouts by us, or they've been super freaking close and nail biters and exciting games. All of them. Yeah. I'm telling you guys, the
3 losses are all 1-score games.
Right. And they're exciting games. Like, bro, they were very good.
Lost by a field goal. 3 losses, we lost by 9.
Yeah. So, like, listen, we're not
7 or something.
That's why I'm not so sure about the panic button right now. Like, into this Dallas about Shakir. Man, I agree.
He got in early, made a really nice catch, and then they went away from him.
That was it. I will say this: McKenzie made some good catches in that game. I'm not going to lie. I thought he made a few good catches.
He double clutched a couple.
There was a really good catch that he made. Of course, he stumbled on his feet, but it was a tough catch.
Yeah.
But he's a gadget guy, and I kind of feel like once again that's another thing that we don't use him like he should be used. Like every time he does that jet sweep, I swear to God, Mike, he gets positive yards. He did it one time in that game. I think he picked up 9 or 10 every single time. It's like, why are we doing it once a game? I'm not saying do it every play, but why not get him more
3,
involved?
4, or 5 times a game? Or run plays off of it.
Yes.
Use that motion.
Right. Like, I don't understand. Like, some things we took totally out of the playbook that worked good, right? And then we're putting things in the playbook that are not effective. Just not effective at all. I want to ask you, how did you feel about Duke Johnson?
I thought he was a fantastic kick returner yesterday. He had a couple big plays. Good returns. Like, I very much liked him out there. I wouldn't mind seeing him in the backfield a little bit, see what he's got back there.
I really thought they were going to put him in red zone opportunity more often. I did. I think he's our biggest. I'm not saying he's this big, powerful back, but he is our biggest back right now. And he runs hard. Like he's not an easy guy to take down. And we once again we chose not to use him only for kick return, punt return. I mean, I don't understand. Like that's another thing. I just scratch my head. By the way, the Cam Lewis thing. I don't know if you heard, but Leslie Frazier supposedly said they've been putting him at safety all off season.
Yeah.
So this is nothing like that he wasn't prepared to do.
Yeah, but he still got picked on.
No, I agree. I'm just saying I didn't know that they were doing that. However, if that's the case, why go out and get D Marlowe then? What's the trade? Like, why?
Backup maybe?
In case Cam gets hurt? Like are you? I don't. Or maybe Poyer's not coming back anytime soon. Yeah, and you want to make sure.
Well, did you see that elbow? I wouldn't think he's coming back anytime soon.
Yeah, I don't think so either. It's really, unless it goes down. I don't know.
Shakir had 8 snaps yesterday. 8.
Yeah.
The same, or no, 4. The same amount Nyheim Hines had. Nyheim Hines only had 4 snaps. Why trade for Hines if you're not going to use him?
Yeah, I still understand the Hines thing. I'll be honest with you.
He's still learning the playbook.
I'm not gonna yell at the coaching staff just yet because they're not using Hines. Like, you gotta listen. If Mikey got hired to a new job tomorrow, they're not gonna put him on the floor instantly if he's never done it. But like, even if he's kind of done the work before, but it's a different kind of way they do it, Mikey's gonna be totally lost. Like, that's just the way it works. Like, this is a new place for him, a new playbook, a new style, he has to get used to everything, the way Josh throws even, right? Like, this is a different quarterback. Everything is different. So you got to give him some time. I'm not going to freak out about Hines not being on the field a lot. Mystery coming in. What is happening, OBJ? Lots of talk online. I haven't been saying. I'll be honest with you about the OBJ thing.
OBJ said he's going to make a decision by the end of the month.
Yeah,
he's going to sign by the end of the month.
That's all I heard. But at this point, I already said what I mean. Honestly, at this point, you all know how I feel.
We need him.
If the price is right and he's willing to come here, sign him. But I can't keep looking every day on Twitter to see the next rumor. Right, the next tweet by Von Miller.
I'll talk about OBJ if he signs here.
Right, like I don't know what else. Like now, all of a sudden, I hear he's going to Minnesota. I mean, it's like like whatever, man. At this point, sign wherever you want. I'll be happy for you. I hope you come to Buffalo, but I can't keep doing this every day. He's here now. Dallas wants him, and now this guy wants him. He'd be great for like okay, man, like. Just pick your damn team you want to go to already, and who knows if Bean's really, I don't know. I would hope so because we need him. But is he the answer for everything that's going on now? No. He just
gives us another reliable guy in the slot.
Exactly. So
would I prefer him over McKenzie in the slot? Absolutely.
I did pull something up today. I gotta find it real quick, Mikey.
Cletus comes in and says Jameson Williams, the GOAT. You know what? He's still on the bench in Detroit. He has not even been cleared hot yet. They're hoping to get him back in December.
I don't know so I pulled the stats up because I was curious how Allen did after the bye week last year. And I know I sent you this, but I didn't. I want to say it on the chat now. So, you guys, we were terrible after the bye week last year. We were actually, I believe, at 1.7-6. Is that correct, Mikey? We were out of first place. We were a bad record. It was a bad record.
Yeah. I know we were out of first place because New England had taken over first after we lost to them, and they were talking all the garbage.
I'm almost sure
Bill's
we were 7-6.
reign is over after one year. Blah blah.
Yeah,
blah, blah,
I'm
blah.
almost 100% sure we were 7-6. We lost like a lot of games. Anyways, so the Bills come out. They beat the Dolphins. Allen numbers 29 of 42 with 2 touchdowns, 249. Okay, not bad. It was a bad game, though. It wasn't a pretty game. Jaguars, 2 interceptions, no touchdowns. Terrible game for Allen. The Jets, 2 touchdowns, 1 interception. We won. We lost against the Colts. He threw 2 and 2. We got killed, 41-15. The Saints, he had 4 touchdowns, 2 interceptions. The Patriots, 1 touchdown, and then against the Bucks, 2 and 1. So in that 7-game span, 13 touchdowns, 8 interceptions. And then I didn't pull up the other stats, but they were off the charts. Then Allen goes off the next 5 games. So I don't know what it is after that bye week. And maybe it's just a coincidence that he starts throwing interceptions and the team itself starts to not get out of can't find their way on offense. But I believe, like last season, at least I'm hoping, Mikey, that they find their way.
Yeah.
And they get on
after the bye week. We went 3-3 and 4 to make us, because after the New England game we had 5 losses, and then we lost to Tampa Bay to make it 6 losses, and then we ran off 4 straight wins.
Exactly. So we were 7-6, right?
So we're 7-6 after the Tampa Bay game. We were 7-5 after the New England game.
Right. So what does that tell you? That if y'all freaking out then. We're still 6-3.
We were freaking out. If you remember, we were freaking out.
No, we were wrong? But that's okay. Yeah. 7-6. I listen, and even the only reason I wasn't freaking out at the Tampa game because I saw a little bright spot there, right? And I was right, but I totally get that at that time, and even I was like, after that Patriot game, whoa, like this is it, like, and then the first half of the Tampa game. But right now, Mikey, the facts are the facts. We are 6-3.
Mm-hmm.
It's not all gloom, right? I know we've had some bad losses here, but we have we still have a very good record. We have a pretty good schedule ahead of us. We got the Browns at home. Should be a win. I said that last week. It should be. And then
the Vikings are better than the Browns.
Then we go to Detroit, who have an awful defense in a dome where Josh Allen thrives, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
It's a winnable game, very winnable game.
Yeah.
So we should get back on track here, guys. And then not to mention that we still got the Dolphins at home, the Jets back at home, the Patriots twice, one of them being at home, obviously, and one more team, and then the Bengals, and I think that's it, right?
Yep.
Listen, every game there, if we get back on track, are winnable games. The Bengals are a shell of themselves. They are not the same team as they were. The Dolphins are, I will say the Dolphins are playing at a high level.
Oh, Tommy's gone. I have no idea where he went. But anyways, I'm not sure where he was headed with that. But anyways, with the rest of the schedule, we have the Browns. Then we Thanksgiving against the Lions.
I don't know.
We're back.
Yeah.
We're back.
I
figured maybe you lost power again, brother.
No.
And then we have the Patriots on that Thursday. Jets, Dolphins, Bears. The Bears were the other one.
The Bears. Okay, I apologize.
Bengals, Patriots.
Okay.
So,
yeah, the Bears. I totally forgot about the Bears. Very winnable game. Okay.
Yep.
So really, honestly, the only game there that will probably maybe be a shootout because they're playing at a high level right now, I would say the Dolphins at home. I think the Dolphins at home.
The Bengals are the two that are really
but even the Bengals, unless the Bengals start to get their act together, I don't know if it's going to be a shootout at that time of the season. I just don't think so. Honestly, I'll say this: it depends on their record at the time, what they're playing for.
Yeah,
you get what I'm saying? Because who knows if Burrow's even going to play, right? You know if Burrow's a little banged up by then, if there's no playoffs, I don't think they'll risk it. I'm just saying, I don't see why that would be a tough game, but we'll see. We will see. I still look at that Dolphin game as very important. Very, very important.
Yeah.
I mean, they're all important, but I'm going to tell you right now, we're 0-2 in the division. We have to win these games against the division players, Dolphins and the Jets at home. Two teams that we lost against. The Patriots are even playing better right now. The Patriots are one game behind us. I mean, we are very close to being in last place. If the playoffs started right now, all AFC East teams will make the playoff.
Mm-hmm.
It's wild.
That
is really wild. Okay.
It really is.
So, I don't know if I've ever seen that before. Not this late in the season. But let's go back on the defense real quick, Mikey. So the defense, what is worrying you right now on the defense besides the injuries? Because obviously the injuries,
the secondary,
all of us.
It's the safety. The last 2 weeks they've been picking on Poyer's replacement. First it was Johnson. This time they start picking on Lewis.
Mm-hmm.
It's and 4th and 18, you can't give up that ball. Knock that ball down. Game's over.
You see his post game? He was mad at himself. Did you see that or no? The interview?
No.
So they interviewed him.
I didn't watch any post game stuff.
Okay. So they interviewed him in the locker room quick. Listen, he was fucking pissed at himself. And he said, and he actually used the F-bomb. And he said, I fucking know better. I should, or something like that. I should have fucking swatted the pass down. I know better. So he was heated. He was heated at himself, and good. And listen, players make mistakes, Mikey. Jordan Poyer, Micah Hyde,
we've been spoiled. We've been spoiled
against Arizona, right? Knock that fucking ball down. But we've
been spoiled with our secondary play for years.
100%.
Got here.
100%. But I'm going to give him a pass. He's a young kid, made a mistake.
I would prefer to see him over Johnson. But I would really like to see Marlowe back there with Hamlin, because Hamlin played his ass off yesterday, man.
I'm telling you, he's a bright spot.
Yes.
If anything's good to take away from Hyde and Poyer not being out there is the fact that Hamlin
somebody.
It's right. Hamlin is getting his time to shine.
Mm-hmm.
And it's good to know because, listen, you guys know Hyde is not going to be here forever. Poyer may not resign. It's very good to know that we have a guy that's capable back there. Yeah. And that dude is that dude's a beast. That dude is a hitter. He's involved
that thunderstick. He does.
He's involved in every play, it seems like.
Mm-hmm.
Like, he comes up from that safety position and he gets a running back. Like, I'm like, damn, we're like, even the announcers at one point were like, this guy Hamlin there.
He's everywhere.
All over. So it's great.
Justin, nope. Next one. Where's Trey White?
I don't know. Let me go see. He's at home chilling.
I don't get it. I don't get why he's not out there.
Yeah.
Something must be wrong because we activated him 4 weeks ago.
What's this again? We shouldn't be counting our refs to bail us out. Have they ever? Okay, I want to talk about that real quick. I want to talk about. Let me go on my little rant here, Mikey. Let me talk about this real fucking quick. All right. Stop with the ref talk. Honestly, guys, listen. Refs make mistakes every game. Football, basketball, baseball, umpires, right? You could go back to every game and go, oh, that's a holding right there. He missed it. Or that's a terrible call. That wasn't this call. He was out of bounds. This, that. If the refs didn't do this, we scored a touchdown. Of course, bro, we all can do that. I guarantee you, I go back in this Bills game and see plenty of missed calls. There was holding that I thought, right? So I hate that fans want to like bring that up every time, win or loss. Like, and I don't understand why Vikings fans are pointing these things out after a win. Who cares? The game's over. You guys won. What's the point? So is your point
one-sided? It wasn't one-sided.
Exactly. Is your point that, if that didn't happen, the Vikings were to blew out the Buffalo Bills? Of course not. Stop it. Like that. That's ridiculous talk. And then the other talk is the refs are the NFL is surely trying to make the Bills win. Like, oh, really? They are? Wow. Okay. Then we should have won a Super Bowl already. Stop. Come on, man. Stop that. That is so ridiculous. I hate that. And I won't do it. You know what I mean? Now, listen, if it's a Super Bowl, last play of the game, it's an outrageous call, fine. We can sit here and talk about what a bad call. Because it's a very important moment. Super Bowl, last game of the season. I get it. But during the regular season, multiple games playing, of course, there's mistakes all the time, guys. Refs blow it all the time. Mm-hmm. Or they call calls that shouldn't be called. All the time. But who cares? It's the way it works. They're not perfect.
And the way they were talking about it yesterday was about the whole Gabe Davis thing. They're acting like that was fourth down and that kept us moving. It was first down. Okay, They call it incomplete. We go back and we run another play.
And by the way, every team does that. Why do you think when a team makes a big play and they think they didn't catch it, they run to the line, and sure as hell at the Vikings run up to the line, because I'm sure they've done it this season.
The Vikings could have called a timeout and then asked them
but it could go either way. That could have worked in the Vikings' favor. If Jefferson dropped it.
Now the 12 man, the 12 men on the field one is egregious. You can't miss that.
Sure. I agree, but they did.
Yeah.
What do you want? But that's not the game. You don't know what's going to happen. You still don't know what's going to happen.
It's just egregious. I mean,
of course it is.
They didn't win or lose.
But there's
Yeah.
I get it. But listen, now I'm a Tiger fan, and the guy had a no-hitter going, perfect game, and the umpire clearly missed a out at first base. That's egregious.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like you're messing with a perfect game. So yeah, then I get it. You have the right to get up and yell and but hey, listen, the refs, that ain't going in tomorrow's paper that the refs missed out on 12 men on the field. This will all be forgotten about because the refs make mistakes all the time. So stop it already with the refs missed this. They shouldn't have called this. Like, it's so stupid. Like, honestly, it just bothers the hell out of me, especially if you won. What are you crying about? Golly. But anyways, back on the defense. Go ahead, Mikey.
No, I think Cletus comes in and says it. The Bills have only won one coin toss this year.
I know, ridiculous. What the hell? Who the hell's calling? Get a new guy out.
It was Micah Hyde yesterday calling it. No, they called it. They called it.
Yeah, but he was out there.
We just can't. Things aren't bouncing our way right now.
No, they're not. They're not. But we had a chance. We still had a chance. Coin toss or not, we held them to a field goal, and we
need to stop at the end of the thing, and then Josh fumbles the ball, and they score the touchdown.
Once again, it's like I can't breathe until it says 0 on a clock, Mikey.
Yep.
Like, honestly, even when we stopped him, I'm like, what can go wrong here? Was my first.
That's my first one too as a Bills fan.
And it should never be.
My brother texted me. So we were in overtime. Josh Allen's running around making all these plays. My brother texts me and says, the dude is a stud. Because my brother's a diehard 49er fan. Yeah. We live in Northern California. And he's like, the dude is just different. I'm like, yeah. But until we get in the end zone, I'm not going to be comfortable as a Bills fan. Because last year with 13 seconds, he's like, dude, you guys got him. I'm like, it ain't over yet. I'm not happy. Then bang, bang, bang. You see what happened. Right. He texted me, said, sorry, I'll never do that again. Then yesterday he texted me, said, your guy's a monster. I'm like, yeah. And then he makes a boneheaded throw.
Right. Like, right. Dude, that whole drive, I was like, we got this. We got this. Oh, what are we doing? We got this. We got this. Oh, don't do that. Interception. It's so frustrating, bro, because it seemed like, and you know what's weird too on these drives, these turnovers, Mikey? The drives are great.
Yeah.
We're marching down the field. No problem. Right?
He's bouncing off of McKenzie's face mask. Everything's just like no business throwing it right to the guy. Just he's like, I didn't see him. How did you not see a guy in green standing in front of you?
It's like we get in the red zone. We're like, we put
blinders on. Yeah.
What? I don't. Dorsey and McDermott's like, throw it. Like, and speaking of, we were talking about this real quick. Speaking of that turnover, me and Mikey were talking about this before we went live. About 4 weeks ago, that play reminded me of the Ravens play, where the Ravens were driving on the Bills
on a fourth down,
and instead of going for a field goal, which would have gave them a decent lead there, at least something to be comfortable with.
It would have put them up by 2 scores.
Right. And instead, they go for it. And Mikey liked it at the time, and maybe because I get it, you got to be aggressive, but also you got to know, and I was arguing that you got to know situational football. Like, what are you up? How's the game going? Right? Like, all that you have to take in fact. How's your defense playing? Right? Are they holding the spot down? Yeah. Whatever. And I felt like the Ravens at the time, they should have kicked the field goal, take that field goal, because the defense was actually holding.
I understood why they did it. Yeah. But I also would have taken the points too.
Exactly.
And then same as yesterday.
Right. Same.
What the hell are you? I mean, I understand why they're doing it.
It was the same
read the
play.
Room, brother. Read the room.
It was I wish I swear to God, guys, I gotta merge those two plays together, Mikey. Yeah. And I gotta do them side by side, because Lamar was forced out of the pocket under pressure, rolls to his right, same fucking thing, and threw it right to the guy, right to our guy, who was a Dane. I think it was Dane got the interception on that one.
No, Jordan Poyer got the interception. That's
I'm sorry, Poyer. That's where he cracked his rib. I apologize. Yeah, it was Poyer. Good interception from Poyer. Yeah. But almost the same thing. I mean, shit, Lamar's was even closer than Allen's. Allen's was right to the guy. I mean, exactly right to Peterson.
And then he returned to 50 yards.
Right, and Allen almost hurt himself trying to punch the ball out with an injured
arm.
It's like, what are you doing?
Hey, Beth, how you doing?
Oh my God, what's up, Beth?
No, you're not wrong. Read the room, McDermott. Right. There's times to go for it. That was not one of them.
You got to know. Listen, right? It's 100%. I'm not a coach. I get it. Right? I'm sitting here, my fat ass here, talking about what he should have done. But the reality is, that's your job, bro. You're the head coach. You need to know how much time's how much time is left. What are we up by? Should we kick a field goal here?
Doing?
Right.
How's our defense doing?
Right. Have we scored a touchdown?
Because here's what happens. Here's what happens. He throws the pick. They return it out to, I think they returned out to like the 20 or something like that. No, because that was the 81-yard run right after that.
Oh, you're right. Okay.
He returned it to the 45, but they had a holding, so it pushed him back to like the 19 or something like that. And then there was the 81-yard run on the next play.
Right, Cook. Yeah. Guys. Oh, man. But yeah, man, McDermott, man, I'm telling you, man.
Beth, I'm with you. Beth, we are with you. Our heart hurts still.
Oh, 100%. Listen, but I still am feeling good about the team. I still think a lot of
happening
is correctable.
Yeah,
it
is. That's what I was saying. It's very correctable. Everything that's going on is very correctable. We're not getting beat by other teams. We're beating ourselves.
We're not getting smashed, right?
No.
Like Minnesota didn't come to Buffalo and just punch us in the eye, right? Left laughing like that. That was a dogfight game.
Yeah.
We made mistakes. We shot ourselves in the foot multiple times. We gave the game away on a fumble. So yes, like
we literally gave them the game.
Right. We fumbled the ball. We fumbled the game away, right? Like but these are all correctable. The only thing I will say, Mikey, that worries me are two things. Offensive line and injuries. Offensive line and injuries. Because injuries
mine is a little bit different. Yeah, mine's a little bit different.
Yeah.
Mine is injuries and our second half adjustments.
Oh, yeah.
Because I have not seen anything that's going to tell me that this can be fixed.
But we did it last year. So I'm hoping that
But you like to remind me that was Daboll.
It was Daboll, but Daboll was never good at adjustments until last season. And I gave him praise because of that. Now, will Dorsey learn and start adjusting better? Very possible. He's a young guy, man. And he has a lot of good coaches around him, Mikey. We talked about this, right? Veteran coaches around him that could help him, right? Because he's going through a little funk, no doubt. But our offense is still ticking. We are scoring points. This isn't.
It's just 9-6 in the first half.
Yeah, this isn't a 9-6 Jaguars loss.
Yeah.
I want to throw that out there. We scored 30 points. It's just we're not second half is where the problems are starting, where Dorsey is having a tough time adjusting, finding his way, which can be fixed. He's a smart guy. So we'll see how the rest of the season goes. But the offensive line played a little better yesterday, but they still worried the hell out of me, Mikey. Spencer Brown, I like what I saw from Spencer Brown coming back.
he looked good. Yeah, he looked good.
Was it him that Saffold absolutely ran this dude over, a linebacker? Did you see that on the run? I mean, my God, did he?
That's what we got Saffold for.
Right. He was like a garbage truck out
I'll tell you, the offensive line played better yesterday than they had previously.
Yes. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'll give them credit. Yeah. I didn't think they were great.
No, but they were good.
I thought they definitely improved from the last 2 weeks of football, put it that way. Definitely got a little better. I don't know what they did, but I want to see that.
Well, what they did is we got Spencer Brown back.
We got Spencer Brown back. I thought Saffold played better than he's been. Deion Dawkins.
Deion didn't.
Yeah, but he wasn't as penalty. Like there wasn't any big penalties on big drives from him.
But he did get used a few times.
Mitch Morse made that huge mistake. Because who do you think was to blame there? I'm just curious on that center quarterback exchange.
I think it's both of them.
It looked like he snapped it. It looked kind of
short.
Me.
It looked short.
It looked short, and it almost looked like he was trying to rush get in for the block right away, which I understand. But bro, you got to get that ball in his hands.
It was short. And
I think was that nerves? A little bit of nerves too. I think it had
a little bit of everything.
Right, a little bit of everything. Yeah, Josh not getting down. You got to get your hands under that ass, man.
Dig in there. You get inside them. You should know what he had for lunch.
Right, you're right, 100%, man. That's just it. We need to keep the gas on without it being Allen time. I agree, man. I totally agree.
Yeah, we do need to find a way to not make it Allen centric. We are too Allen centric.
We are. I mean, he is our off. He's like our. Except for Stephon Diggs has really played well this season. He's really
but
played
it takes
well.
Josh Allen to get Stephon.
But it takes obviously, yeah, right. But I'm talking about everything else.
Played fantastic.
He really did. He made a phenomenal catch, one-handed catch.
He did drop a crucial third down.
He did.
Crucial third down.
He did. That hit him right. He should have
hands.
That. But it happens. I can't kill the guy for every one drop he does a game. You know what I mean? Like, it's not like an ongoing problem with
the fact that he made that go gadget catch one-handed was amazing.
Yeah. Like Gabe Davis played a little better too. I thought Gabe Davis played better than he did.
You know what I noticed with Gabe Davis? He goes to catch it, he claps at it.
Yeah, they were talking about that. I think but if that's the way he's always played, I'm not going to hate it. He doesn't have it. I don't even think it's so much that. I think it's I think lately with him, it's getting open, getting separation. Like he's having a tough time getting separation. I don't know why, because early in the season,
it could be his ankle still.
It's because early in the season, right? Like he had no problem getting separation.
Because we talked about this. His routes are very lazy, and it could be due to that ankle he's still coming back from.
Yeah, I mean, listen, man,
because he played through it. He didn't.
It could be months, depending on the severity. I mean,
well, not only that, but he never gave it a chance to rest.
That's true.
He played through it. Yeah,
right. It's nothing. So you might be right. He may not be. He may be 80%, 70%. Who knows what he's at? But yeah, man. I mean, listen. I think all this, except for the few things that we talked about, are correctable. Even from the coaching standpoint, second half adjustments, stuff like that, it's all correctable. Leslie, I mean, like I said, look at last season. Leslie Frazier, the defense got to working again. Got playing better. Right.
Once we get some of these guys back, our defense will get better.
Yeah.
I mean, we were missing Groot. We were missing almost our entire secondary.
Yeah, Edmonds went out. Edmonds went out. So
yeah,
I am curious on the Trey thing, and I know everyone's wanting him to play. Let's see how practice goes this week. I am curious because if he's a full practice this week,
he was at full practice last week.
No, but I mean full on full, no problem. Like, you're seeing him out there taking hits.
He's been out of the red jersey for the last 2 weeks.
Yeah, I haven't seen many stuff on him, but we'll see. Let's see how it goes. I think maybe you see him this Sunday.
I'm done guessing. I guess we'll see him whenever we see him.
I know. I said week 8, week 9, and I was
losing Kair hurt yesterday because he would have been perfect for that man-to-man against Jefferson.
Yeah.
Because the two Benford played okay. He played okay, but he's not a man-to-man corner. That's the thing with what Kair brings is that man-to-man skill, that
100%,
that press man.
100%.
And we played a lot of press man yesterday, and Jackson and Benford got beat.
Yeah. I mean, it happens. You're going against top 5 receiver in the league. I mean, who's an absolute dog, who could really be considered top 3. I mean, honestly, he's very, very good.
He's elite tier. We talked about this yesterday. I don't look at 1, 2, 3. You're in a tier. Diggs, Jefferson, Devontae, Hill, all those guys are in a tier together. D-Hop, they're in the elite tier. Then there's the really good tiers.
Yeah. So I know Daniel, he hasn't been on the injury thing, but we talk. Who brought up a good point the other day, and I've mentioned it in the past too. When you come off a big injury like that, it's not always physical. It's mental, right? Mental and physical. And Sonny. And I've said this in the past as well, because I broke my ankle. I know exactly, how that is. A lot of it is mental. And I really wonder, because we're all blaming the coaches.
I'm not blaming anybody.
I mean, not really blaming the coaches, but a lot of people are like, why, right? Like, of course, a lot of people are like, they don't understand why. Maybe it's Trey nuts. Maybe it's Trey going, I'm just maybe not this. I don't know. Like, we don't. I can't keep guessing and blaming and pointing fingers. On why it sucks. But at least I will. And this goes back to my original
practicing. Yeah. This goes back to my original thing. If he's not going to play, why did they activate him?
I get it. But maybe
because he's taking up a roster spot.
Yeah, I get it. But maybe they feel, like I said before, maybe they did feel like. Or maybe he did feel like he was ready, and maybe that last time, Saturday said he wasn't. I don't know.
Daniel Gary's. It's a mental thing. Give him a therapy dog and get him on the field.
That'd be so fun. We have a dog on the sideline. A Bill's dog.
Yep.
That would be the funniest shit ever. And I would laugh my ass off, but I would be all good. I would be all for it if it helped them. Give me that. Give me that. Buff.
Give me that dog. Dave, listen, we talked about it with the Jets game. You had to burn the tape, right? This is one of those things that you got to let it go and focus on the next game. If we hold on to this too long, it can snowball. We got to burn it and move forward.
Yeah.
So this will be the last time I talk about this stupid game.
So listen, you see this, guys? It's not the panic button yet, right? Like, I'm not hitting this thing yet. This thing's going back in my closet. I just wanted to show you
Tommy has a panic button.
If this thing comes out, if you see this thing again after tonight, we're in some deep shit.
Tommy said if we don't go in and whoop up on the Browns, you might see the panic button.
You might. Yeah, it's very possible this thing comes out. If we do not listen, even if we're in a dogfight and we win, I will bring that motherfucker out because this is a very winnable game. The Dolphins just thrashed them. There's no reason why we shouldn't do the same. Absolutely none. So we'll see what happens. But yeah, I'm still thinking about the therapy dog. I would absolutely love to see that.
Daniel got you stuck on the therapy dog.
I'm gonna tweet that out. I'm gonna steal your line because I have to. I want to see it because you know what's funny about that because I'm thinking about it. Trey White would definitely do it.
Oh my God! Yeah, that's so his personality,
right? Like it'll be like Trey's therapy dog. It'll say on the side or
and have like a little 27 jersey on.
Yeah, the goalie academy dog or something. Oh God! But yeah, man. So listen, guys, we're still 6-3. We still got a favorable schedule coming up, right? The Browns, the Lions, right? Patriots. I mean, these are all winnable games right now. These next slate of games. The Jets at Buffalo. I mean, honestly. So don't stress too much. It sucks. Believe me, I got to go to work tomorrow. I got to hear it from the guys at the bar. And what's going on with Buffalo? I'm going to have to hear it, and I'm going to have to say the same
games.
Yeah, I'm going to have to go, well, we're 6-3, man. I'm not panicking. I'm going to say the same thing I'm saying on here. But I will say this, and I will say this quickly.
So much for your 20-0, huh?
Yeah, I know. And I will say that's why I'm talking about this. And I said it last Friday with you. 6-2 could turn into 6-3 and 6-4 and 6-5 and 6 really quick. So we need to get our act together. I will say that. Get our shit together. I think everybody, including the coaching staff, need to go and get a big fucking mirror and look at themselves in the mirror and say, am I doing a good job? No,
they're not.
Right. So then they need to fucking fix things. They need to fix things.
I'll tell them, don't look at yourself. I'll tell you right now, no. Whatever you've done the last 2 weeks, throw that shit out the window.
No, they need to. It's gut check time for all of them. Every single one of them, man. This is a
Grab
team
your jock
game.
straps and get ready for some physical football.
Yeah, this is a team game, though, too. I got to tell you that. And I know a lot of us are pointing the finger at Josh Allen.
Squander a 17-point lead. Josh did give him a giant lead.
Yeah, exactly. So, like I said, listen, at the end of the day, this is a team game. Yeah. We can all sit here and I'm upset with Allen's play as of late, but overall, this is football. This ain't a one-on-one basketball game. This is a team game.
Allen wasn't out there missing tackles on the 81-yard run.
Exactly.
He didn't have a 4th and 18.
Exactly. 100%, Mikey. 100% correct. So we can't keep pointing the fingers at one dude. I know he made mistakes. I know he's our leader. That's going to happen, but it's a team game. They got to fix that as a team. And me and Mikey talked about this real quick, and I brought this up on Saturday show, and I want to bring it up to you guys. We talked about players this year. A lot of our players being on podcasts, having their own shows. Allen missed the basement show last week. I'm very curious if he misses it this week, Mikey. Do you think that's done with the basement show?
I have no idea. I hope so.
I am so curious about it. I am so curious if Allen's what?
I don't find that show all that great. I love Kyle Brandt.
Yeah,
I think this show is it's trying to be something that it's not. It's not.
Yeah, he's trying to make it different. I like the movie part because I'm a movie buff.
Yeah.
I'm interested. But other than that, it's like, because Allen, listen, the way Allen's personality is, and I'm good with it, he doesn't give up a lot. Like, he's not going to really tell you,
it's not like crazy, the Aaron Rodgers Tuesday.
Yeah, exactly. Miller he's not going to he's not going to shoot from the hip. He's going to be very, like, he's like McDermott when it comes to interviews. He's going to,
he toes the company line.
Yeah, he's right there. If you try to ask a sneaky question for him, he'll avoid the shit out of that question.
Yeah, he will. Like he does. He does too. Yes, Dave, we have so much talent. It just needs to be put to better use.
Yeah, 100%. Listen, we have a ton of talent, even with the coaching staff. I like our coaching staff. We brought in Cromer, offensive line coach.
God, I love Cromer,
one of the best, right? Listen, for as much as people are ragging on Dorsey today, Dorsey was one of the hottest OCs out there that people wanted to hire, right? He is going to be a good OC. I'm telling you, give him a break. It's first year. He's going to have some bumps in the road. He'll get there. He's a very smart dude, man. I promise you he will. Then we got a good defensive coordinator, and Leslie Frazier. He's a very good coordinator. Let's give him a little break here. He'll get this team together.
No break.
Great.
Yeah. All gas.
Yeah,
no break. All gas.
On offense, especially. The defense, I still feel like they're doing a pretty good job. For a
couple they broke down in the second half, but it's going to happen from time to time.
Exactly, especially when they're on the field a lot after turnovers. Creating a turnover and getting right back on there because we turned the ball over. Unacceptable. Can't do that. The defense needs a breather. But either way, guys, listen, it's over with. That game's done. It's time to move on. Me and Mikey will be back on Friday night to talk about the Browns game, right?
Yes, we will.
Previewing the game. The preview the Browns game, and let's get a win. But we will be back Friday night lights at 8 p.m. We appreciate all of you guys. Once again, a mystery who's not even a Bills fan. He's a Chiefs fan, and he loves our channel. I absolutely love that. He's a great guy. I appreciate you coming on. Yeah. Honestly, like you are
why we do this. Right. This is why. These are the type of why we do this.
But honestly, mystery, like I give you so much credit because you're an outsider. You are.
Mm-hmm.
And you're a good dude. You're a girl, whatever. I'm sorry, I don't know, good guy or girl. But you're a good person. You come on here. You enjoy the show. You're not just trolling. You're not just like pointing the finger, laughing. Like you're being part of the show, and I love it. So, and I don't care if you're a Dolphin fan, a Jet fan, Patriot, Viking. If you come on here and you talk, and we did, no doubt. Yeah. But majority of them were really terrible guys. I got to be honest with you.
Yeah.
But if that's all I ever ask. Come in here, have fun, respect us, ask us questions. I'll answer them truthfully.
Give us your takes. Give us your takes. I mean, you can be, you can point out things that you see because me and Tommy aren't all Bills are awesome.
Exactly.
I am not how we see it.
I've never been a rah-rah guy. I might be getting a little sometimes like, funny or crazy or my score predictions. Right. Yeah. But come on, you guys know my personality by now. I've been doing this 2 years. I have fun with it. You know what I mean? Like,
by the way,
gotta.
Yeah, go ahead. My schedule prediction is still a shot at it.
Yeah,
I had us having 4 losses.
Oh shit! Okay. Oh, Mikey.
I didn't have us losing to the teams that we lost.
I hope you're wrong. I hope you only win 3. I hope you only lose 3.
Yeah, I thought we would have 4 losses throughout the year.
But you had some of them early.
I did.
Right. I did. And we're losing.
I had us losing 2 in the front. In the front, and then I had us losing. I think I had to lose into the Bengals, and then I figure we might drop the one to the Patriots at the end.
I love you too, William. Yep. I appreciate you, man.
You. Absolutely.
I'm late. What about the D-line rotation? Go ahead, Mikey. We're still on.
Boogie over Epinesa. Listen, Epinesa got the start. I noticed him on one play.
Yes, me too.
He batted a ball down because he couldn't get there. And as the game went on, you saw Shaq and Boogie more than you saw Epinesa. There's a problem there.
Yeah.
That's all. I'm going to leave it at
that. I'll put my 2 cents in and say this. He's becoming Cody Ford. He's your
favorite guy to use.
He is, he will always be my favorite guy to use when somebody's not working out. AJ Epinesa is becoming our Cody Ford in Buffalo, a guy that we all see talent, all see potential, and we all think this is the season, right? Where he finally steps up, does it, and or we hear such great things in camp, and then the season comes, and it's right? It's I got to put my binoculars on and find AJ Epinesa.
Epinesa had 50 snaps.
I know.
Shaq Lawson had 33. Boogie Basham had 25. So he was 2 to 1 to Boogie, and I thought Boogie had a bigger impact than Shaq did, or than Epinesa did.
Yeah. He's just Vaughn on the right side, nah.
Yeah, Vaughn was on played over the right tackle most of yesterday.
We missed Gregory Rousseau. I will say that too. We missed his size, his speed. He was having Gregory Rousseau was
7 sacks.
He's having a quietly sneaky good season because not everybody's talking about his season, at least outside of Buffalo, in my opinion. And he's actually having a very good season, in my opinion.
A great season.
Yeah. So missing him, is not good. And now is missing him like Poyer and Hyde? No, I don't think he affects the game that bad. But yeah, I mean, you saw it yesterday, getting to the quarterback. He's that extra guy. I will say Ed Oliver, since his ankle injury coming back, he's played very well. Ed Oliver's getting to the quarterback yesterday. He's getting better and better as the games go on, in my opinion. I really like what I see out of Ed Oliver. It's going to be I'm very interested to see when that contract comes up, what they do. I'm very interested to see if they let Ed go and somewhere else. I know they gave him the 5th year, but I'm very curious how they treat the Ed Oliver contract. But anyways, any more questions, guys, before we leave? Because we're about out of here. But Shaq was key at the goal line stop.
William likes your hoodie.
Thank you, bro. Appreciate it. All right, guys. Well, if there's nothing else, man, we went on a little longer than expected. I didn't really have not much to say because I was drained out yesterday from just talking about this bad loss.
Hard. I don't want to come on in here for an hour and be negative. So
right. Are the Eagles going to lose this game? I don't know. Let me look at the score. The Eagles are down 20-14 in the third quarter.
This is usually where the Eagles pull away.
Yes. Hey, we'll see. We will see, guys. Anyways, guys. Hell yeah. See us on Friday night, guys. Friday night at 8:00. And if you miss it, just watch the rewatch. I mean,
granted, being with us live, we get to interact with you. It's the best part about it.
It is.
But if you want to catch us, if you can't be with us live, come catch us on the rewatch. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. We always forget to say that, Tommy. We always forget to.
We do. We always forget to say it. But anyways, guys, peace out. Go Bills. Bills Mafia #1.
Go Bills.
Peace out. Go Bills. And that's right. I do got to play my outro. I missed it the last time. Y'all are going to kill me. Peace out. Bills might want to shout. Go. Later, guys.